Yo, this is Jake. They call me Dr. Flock.
Views.
What's up? It's John.
Views.
And it's real life doing this, bitch.
Views. You are now listening to the Views from the Chair podcast.
I'm not even sure what episode this is anymore. We've been doing this shit so fucking long.
Yeah, when I was sending out the links last couple times, I had to look up, like, how many episodes have we even done?
It's 47. We 3 away from 50. We almost there.
We got to do something special for 50.
Yeah, we might have to.
See, we should do something special for 50.
Are we going to do a live? Huh?
That would be sick.
What?
We did it live. Maybe we should do every guest that we've had on.
That would be crazy.
That could be dope.
We cycle them in and out.
We could do that.
That would be
I wish
cool.
somehow we could do an in-person one.
It's not hard.
Well, the one person that's going to be traveling is like the least likely to travel.
That's the John. The one person that needs to travel is fucking the tightest schedule crunch with the most responsibilities.
Facts.
With the most responsibilities. Now that shit is crazy. I'm so sick of this bitch sneak this. Fuck, that's one.
Early, minute 8.
Right.
That's because John keep posting like white man can't jump memes and shit, dog. I'm fucking sick of it.
Why is she antagonizing you so hard?
I don't know, bro. You feel me? Like that shit happens like once or twice a year, dog. I'll stop dealing with a John, and then she'll start shaming white people on the timeline. It's not cool. It's not cool.
Twice
dog.
a
Like,
year.
So this isn't the first time this happened.
No, dog. Listen, the first time it happened was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like really kind of shocked because John was trying to court me, and I wasn't interested, dog. And then all of a sudden, like she kept posting like these like black love or no love, never love a whitey kind of shit. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. You're like John was trying to take me out on a date, and I'm sick of this bullshit. And now this one John who I was friendly with, and it started getting a little too intense. So I kind of had to tell her chill. Now she just keep posting like little sub shots of whites, dog. White people fucking can't dress, and I need a king, and like I'm not with all that shit, dog. Go get a king. I don't go get a king. It's not me, dog. I'm not your fucking ivory king, dog. Like no, like go get a king, man, dog. John, completely opposite. I only like dark skinned men. Have at it, dog.
Go get the king.
Go get yourself a dark skinned man. It's not me. I'm my complexion. Have at it.
Damn. Right at her.
Not fair, dog. I was
Shout out
thinking
to
about
you if you're listening.
I think I just had an idea for our 50th podcast, boys.
Like I was
Very
thinking
good.
about the struggles of interracial dating all the time and how weird it is for me as a white man to hear like black women like justify why they can date me as a white man. We didn't talk about this in the pre-pop, but now I'm about to go on a tangent. Because like yo, like it's always like yo, like yeah, but you like a different kind of white boy, or like you so like you a cool white boy and shit. And that's mad weird. Like it's just weird as shit. Could you imagine like if that was the flip side of it? Like if I was talking to a black girl, like yeah, but you are mad cool, like black girl, like you mad pretty to be black. That shit
The
is
crazy part is that shit probably happens.
I'm sure, bro. That's what I was thinking. Like, yo, because that shit happens to me. Like, I'll be in friend groups and shit, and like introduced to the friends, and the friends will be like, "Damn, you swaggy as shit for a white and shit." Like, could you imagine meeting the frat boys and them saying that type shit? Like, damn, Beyonce, like that shit is weird, dog. Like, it's flattering to a point, but it's also like, all right, yo, like, relax.
Yeah.
So it's just my life.
Yeah, it sounds like you're drawing maybe a loose comparison there of like it not being okay.
I don't know, bro, because you play two sides of it. Like, it's also like that shit makes you feel special too, because you like, damn, yeah, like if somebody like steps outside of their comfort zone to fuck with you, then you must be like really swaggy and special as well. So like, I don't know. You feel me? It could be a self-esteem boost, but it's also like mad weird to think about.
There's a double standard.
I guess. I don't know, bro. Like, what if your wife was like, yeah, I never dated a guy with a beard, but like I dated you because you're sensitive or some shit like that. You feel me? Like you'd be like, all right, dog, like don't make me weird. Like, no, you guys aren't feeling me on this. Shit is weird.
I never got told I was being dated for a certain reason, so I don't know how that.
Could you imagine if like you dated like a white girl and she was like, yo, yeah, I would never date a black guy, but like John's like so compassionate and caring. Like wouldn't you be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, to an extent,
because
probably.
it's like a big up, but it's also like shitting on the rest of the whites, which I respect.
Yeah, it just sounds like
Yeah.
that they just never experienced it before, so it's just like when white people never talk to black people and then they talk to you and they say, "Oh, I mean, you're pretty cool." This is like, all right, oh, well, what you expect? Like, what was I
Yeah.
supposed to be?
You don't act like the
What
bone
else
crush
is supposed
video
to
at all.
happen?
It's like,
Like a DMX video just about to pop off or something. Like,
every black person snuck a few bucks. It's
right.
like,
Like,
no.
we chilling, bro.
Most people are fucking chill, dog.
Right.
Oh,
No, I think I feel what you're saying. This is one of those moments that I was talking to y'all about before the pod where it feels uncomfortable to step outside of that, like what you're supposed to and not supposed to say. Like to hint at the fact that that might be some form of racism for me feels like it is diminishing the racism that other people feel or experience. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think you can say, yeah, this feels a little weird, but it doesn't mean that what other people go through isn't worse or much more extreme, right? Like, I think you can have both.
yeah. I don't even know if it's like a bad thing or whatnot. I mean, it's flattering for the most part, but it's just odd to hear out loud. Like it's weird to hear somebody justify why they 9 times out of 10 wouldn't be comfortable dating someone like you, but they're comfortable dating you.
Yeah, you take the different races out of it, and it's a similar message, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, R. Kelly's a nasty fuck. He got booked. Last week we argued about this shit. I put a survey up. Literally 16 out of the 30 people said they still listen to R. Kelly. They never stop. This year, what did he get booked for? Like fucking minors, raping Johns, sex trafficking. Everybody still listening? Are we good with Bull? Or what is the deal here? I don't understand.
I mean, like I said, if an R. Kelly song come on, I'm not fumbling for my phone to change the song. I'm not going out of my way to be like, I'm not listening to R. Kelly anymore. I'm not about to go dive into the whole catalog like, yeah, it's R. Kelly Day, R. Kelly Friday. Like, nah, it's not R. Kelly Fridays. But if R. Kelly comes on a song,
All right, bro. So, like, what does somebody have to do in order for you to stop listening to them?
I don't honestly know. Like, it would have to be. I don't know. Maybe
All right,
I don't even know why I won't stop listening to him. It's not I probably because I'm not even like a super R. Kelly fan. I'm not super into what he been doing. I ain't been following none of it. But it's like if he come on, he come on. But it's weird that it's like that because if 6ix9ine come on, I'm like, yo, change this shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Why is there such a knee-jerk reaction to 6ix9ine? Because he tagged
But
on.
that's the thing. I've never listened to him either at the same time.
Yeah, but if 6ix9ine comes on and we're at a party, motherfucker's like, oh, you got 6ix9ine on, but here's R. Kelly that was sex trafficking minors and raping 14, 15-year-olds. And we're like, oh, well, he made good tunes. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
All right, so
Very weird.
Y'all watching Space Jam with y'all kids. I Believe I Can Fly come on. Y'all fast forwarding through that scene? No.
I
no,
think so.
You're not. That's a good scene.
For Space Jam 2 now. I'm sure that shit's safe. I've never watched it, but I'm sure it's
Come
PC.
on, y'all not you telling me you gonna not watch Space Jam 1 because R. Kelly got I Believe I Can Fly in there? That's crazy.
I could, yeah.
You gonna skip a track on Biggie best album just because R. Kelly's on there?
Bro, I'm not listening to R. Kelly. Like, if I'm passionate about not listening to 6ix9ine because he told on his boys, I'm not listening to R. Kelly because he raped Johns. And what happened to like the big empowerment of like let's protect our women? Now it's like, oh, dude's got good.
But why is that not protecting women?
Because we're still fucking supporting the guy. He's still getting
his
money.
Really? He's in jail. How like he's in jail? He's serving his crime. He's serving for his crime. Like I don't. He's paying for what he did. He's not out free. He didn't. escaped the fucking Thailand. Like he's in jail for
If
what
he
he
was
did.
free, would you stop listening and he was getting the money?
It's not a thing. I think when people say listen, it's like it's more so like I'm not. I'm like it's not like I'm going like I said going to his catalog. But if R. Kelly come on, I'm not like now if age ain't nothing but a number come on, I'm like, all right, you wildin'. I ain't you know what I'm saying I might skip that joint.
Now, if
But
you knew R. Kelly was like out here like violently raping girls, like random girls,
yeah, no.
so that's
So
where you
because
draw
it
the
was in
line.
the past, it's
I don't
okay.
it's just probably because I'm not so invested in what he's doing. That's probably what it is, which might sound bad on my part, but that's honestly probably what it is. Like I'm not invested. I didn't watch the R. Kelly documentary. I didn't watch the interview. I seen the funny memes he playing with. Not even funny, but I seen the memes he playing with my life. I seen all that shit, but I'm
That
just
shit
I
not
was
gotta
never.
stop killing
invested.
me with this shit, man.
Yeah, because he was dead serious, so I ain't even gonna laugh at him in that moment. But
Fuck
I was
him, dog.
dying laughing.
yeah,
That
I'm
shit
not.
was
I'm not going on my way to
into
skip it.
my life. Fuck your life, pussy.
So
Okay, so I'm
uh,
feeling like this might be similar to why people are saying they voted for Trump.
why is that?
He has a good economic policy. I think he can turn this country around because he's a good businessman. His sexist, racist views don't affect me, and he's not doing them right now. So I'm good with it.
I think that's like apples and oranges because that's somebody. R. Kelly's not running the country. R. Kelly's not making policies. R. Kelly's not signing executive orders. He's R. Kellying, whatever that is, smoking cigars and shit, riding around being R. Kelly. Like
And
I
do
don't. I
rags with
don't think.
It's different situations, but the same logic. It's the same logic, form of logic, but it's
Because
different.
I don't feel like I don't have a R. Kelly banner on the car. I don't got the R. Kelly flag out front of the crib. Like I don't got the free R. Kelly flag flying in front of the crib. Like it's just like if he come on, cool. If not, my day gonna be fine whether I listen to R. Kelly or not.
you singing to the
And
lyrics.
like I said, he's in jail. He's paying for what he did. So I don't see like why is so he's in jail.
All right, so like that's so when he gets out, is it okay to listen to his songs now because he served his time?
I mean, was it okay for Mike Vick to play on the NFL team after he served his time? Like, are we
No,
still? Are we
but
not
but
gonna?
my John with Mike Vick is I don't think he killed any of the dogs or had anything to do with it. So like, if you support R. Kelly and you think he didn't do it, more power to you. Listen to his songs. I don't give a fuck. More power to you.
That's my thing. I don't know what he did. I have no idea what he did.
What
Like
if
I
one
said,
of,
I'm not so invested in that.
I'm feeling like what if one of these people were my family members?
hmm
You know, that he had assaulted.
I mean, of course, that's gonna hit different. Would it be similar to Chick-fil-A being homophobic and still eating there? How you feel about that, Flock?
Hmm. I haven't ate at Chick-fil-A in a long, long time.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
ask
Yeah,
yeah.
or
Chick-fil-A
Subway.
hates
So
me, so I'm still eating there.
I'm not mad at it.
We
Like,
did stop fucking with Subway for a minute, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, motherfuckers wasn't fucking with Subway till they got, and people wasn't fucking with Papa John's when they found out Papa John was a racist. They had to rebrand completely and hire Shaq as a CEO. So like a lot
Yeah.
of those companies have to make drastic changes to get away from that image because their sales do fucking get affected. So I feel like that is similar.
yeah,
The
it
Chick-fil-A
is.
shit, I guess the product's so good you can't avoid it. Or a lot of people feel like that, like the conservative Chick-fil-A, that's still a majority of the country or a large majority of the country. So Chick-fil-A don't fuck with the gays. A lot of people don't fuck with the gays. We see that with Little Nas X.
Honestly, I think Tim cracked the case. R. Kelly is Chick-fil-A.
People don't care about child sex.
It's just a good product.
I
You
mean,
gotta
that
keep
chicken
it
sandwich so good. I mean, can you name a fucked up to say? But is there a better R&B artist? I mean, maybe Usher. Maybe Usher better than R. Kelly.
R&B artist.
Is
Yeah.
where's CB?
Do you think CB better than R. Kelly?
No, I'm just asking where is he in the rank? I mean, he's got
He's in there, but he
he,
ain't
he
R.
might.
Kelly.
If I did a 20 versus 20 with Chris Brown and R.
Come
Kelly,
on, stop before we have to do this on the gram. We might have to
20
do
R.
it
Kelly
this week.
songs.
Yeah. Don't sleep on the catalog of R. Kelly.
Yeah, Marion said he's got a shot at Chris Brown. I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know.
I could probably do 100 Chris Brown songs.
I could probably do 100 R. Kelly songs.
I don't know why you bring Chris Brown up. He beats Jones up. Now we're just going.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So why is that right? Why can we listen to Chris Brown but we can't listen to R. Kelly? And we love Rihanna. We don't not saying
we don't love the girls he
we're not saying that, but we know who Chris Brown did it to, and it's like she's a prominent figure, and it's
but I think a lot of people justified the Chris Brown shit because people said Rihanna was beating him up too.
I mean, regardless, we seen what she looked like afterwards.
That was crazy. He whooped her ass.
Yeah, he whooped her ass.
Yeah, he whooped her ass.
Yeah. So if we still bumping Chris Brown, we can't bump R. Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, and Chris Brown was a little aggressive towards Kalani too. That famous picture of him on the sidewalk with the 1 foot up, like.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, but when R. Kelly does serve his time, since we believe in like time served if you do your crime, do we get out and start listening to his music again?
Nah.
Or are we done with it?
John back.
Honestly, I don't think people gonna stop listening to R. Kelly. That's what I don't think people realize. Like, you could say you about to stop, you ain't about to stop listening to R. Kelly, bro.
And honestly, I think I'm like a little. I might not be as invested because I didn't grow up with R. Kelly in my household, like his pop hits, but like I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So if R. Kelly come on in the club, you think the club about to boo?
Yeah.
Today, maybe.
Yeah, I think the club's not fucking with
not in a club our age and up with people full of our age and up. No way.
Well, you know who's probably would be a hyped club when R. Kelly came out, or would be booing everybody, would be like a MAGA club. That would go crazy.
That would be wild
because they hate the child sex trafficking.
Do they?
MAGA? Or QAnon.
QAnon. QAnon. They was fucking that piece of shop up.
Yeah. A QAnon club when R. Kelly comes on, they would be hot.
100%.
A QAnon club's funny.
Yeah, to close it out. Go ahead, John. Yeah, to close it out, I mean, if you're gonna stop, you're gonna stop. But it's definitely gonna be people listening to him, and I don't think listening to somebody means you supporting him. If you like his music, you're gonna listen to his music.
But you aren't fucking with somebody that's listening to 6ix9ine.
I never listened to him though. Before anything happened, I never even listened to him.
Party I'm having, you are geeking at that. If that shit comes on at a party I'm having, you like, yeah, who the fuck is boy listening to 6ix9ine?
But we gotta think before any of the 6ix9ine shit happened. What was I saying about him? Yo, turn this shit. Why are we listening to this bull?
He has some tracks. Boys.
I just never gravitated towards him.
He has some tracks. Yeah, Flock, you asked an interesting question before we started the pod. What was it again?
About Riri?
Yeah.
So, if y'all knew that you had a guaranteed shot with Rihanna, and she gave you the green light, she said, it's go time as soon as you come over, but you knew that you were going to leave there burnt. You still going over?
Forgive me. I'm going. I'm sorry to everybody that is disappointed by my answer. I'm going to start the car. I'm going to throw on an expensive cologne. I'm going to grab a nice bottle. And I'm going to show up with silk boxers. What's going on, baby?
My best fit. I don't even got to know what she got. I'll take the risk.
You know you coming home dirty, but you going over there clean, so fuck it.
We got so much medicine around, man. I think we'll be okay.
No, for Rihanna, dog. Rihanna, you could give me the fucking clap. Any of that shit. I'll take it. A few days of discomfort. If it's anything that's not permanent, I'm fucking. You got me.
Just a light itch. Got a light itch for 3 days. That's all right.
But everybody knows that you're coming back with it.
I don't care.
You got
the world.
Yeah.
You think you're getting negative publicity off that? If my buddy's talking about I got syphilis from Rihanna, I'm the fucking man, dog. I am the man.
And you're gonna be cured in 2 weeks.
It's a few bitches that's gonna try and catch that clap from me, dog, for sure. You got the Rihanna clap, give it over.
Right.
You'd be lined up to catch that, John. You might catch some talent with that clap. Shit.
Right.
Easy money. Easy money. Anything but the herbs I'm taking from Rihanna, dog. Maybe even now.
Yeah, I don't think any woman is gonna be mad at us for that take either.
Fuck no, dog. Fuck no. Rihanna, that's the most pretty girl in the fucking world, dog.
You
Rihanna or
you
Beyonce, who's prettier?
you eat in the box if she's dirty?
I don't know, that's kind of gross, dog.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
You're being
It'll be
nasty.
hard to resist, but you just gotta know what you're playing with at that point. Like, I want to, but yeah, I'm seeing your situation. I
You
can't
might just go next door.
Is she
Yeah.
nervous? Next door.
Go get some saran wrap out the kitchen. You be all right.
Go crazy with the press and seal.
Yeah. You ever tried this?
See with the press and seal.
You would be a sick man. Through the saran wrap.
100%, dog. No fucking cap, though.
Through the saran wrap. You would feel like a nasty man.
Right.
No fucking cap, dog.
Oh man, I was just thinking about that, like, because I think a lot of people would be really willing to risk it, and they might even. I would think that people have probably risked that with girls they are just regular, that they knew. Just, I wouldn't be surprised. People are nasty.
Bro, you risk it every time you fuck girl. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's mad
I mean-
people burn, dog. The stats show it's like mad people burn. You're playing like a 20% odds every time you fuck somebody raw. People risk it every day, but
I'm saying people knowing though.
oh, that's fucking disgusting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If you're about to knock a John off and she texts you like, "Hey, by the way, I got the clap. That hasn't cleared up yet," and you go fuck, you're a nasty dude.
Yeah,
You're a horny guy.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me.
You might be in an insane drought to do that.
Yeah, like he might be a virgin.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, you might, yeah, like,
That's
hey, this the only way I can get it, man.
Yeah,
Get it how you live, bro.
Right.
that's fucking gross, dog.
Oh man.
No, it's fucking nasty as shit.
Well, we were talking about Kim Jong-un the other day and his transformation to getting real skinny. Like y'all, we talked about that, right?
I think
Yeah.
I was wondering, they really hype up North Korea on the news quite a bit. Like they make it seem like they are doing some serious shit every time you turn on the news. And the news wants to make you afraid of stuff, I think. Does anybody wake up in the middle of the night just like mad afraid of North Korea? Just like shit straight up, they're going to get me.
Buddy, I never, unless it's on the news, I've never even thought about North Korea.
We're not worried.
Is that?
Like they're the size of Mississippi, I think. I read.
Yeah, we not even sweating them.
No, I'd beat North Korea the fuck up. Like, and they're little small in like stature in general. Like on average size, they're like 5'3".
That could be a little.
We are
dog,
gonna
I'm
be
talking about
dangerous.
scientific numbers, dog. Them motherfuckers are smaller than us. Sorry, dog. And I'm confident in my rumbling ability. I'd beat Kim Jong the fuck up and his little squad, dog. Easy money. Easy money. And they're all starved and shit. He'd be keeping all the food for himself before the light up.
Yeah.
I'm good money, dog.
We spend enough on the military budget for my conscience, so we good.
Motherfuckers said if Dog the Bounty Hunter find that boy from Florida, we not paying taxes no more. Dog the Bounty Hunter popped up out to find that boy from Florida that killed that John.
Oh man, what else y'all got?
Dude, so my buddy Dex had threw me a question earlier, and it was about Will Smith GQ interview, and it seems like Will Smith pops up enough, and Jada pops up enough to tell us once every 2 years that they don't really fuck with each other like that. But yeah, would you be open to a open marriage, Flock?
No, not one bit.
A relationship just physical for you, or like what if you had that mental bond and you just felt like you and your partner, you just like satisfy their needs in other ways as well?
I mean, I guess I would have to go into the relationship that I have with the mindset that it was going to be open from the beginning. I couldn't be in a closed relationship and then open it up.
What if like it just potentially went like that, like later in life, like yeah, we need to spice this shit up. You guys came to like terms about like yeah, what you could possibly do, and now it's like hey, we're 30 years in, maybe we should bring some other people in this.
That can work for some people, and I've seen it work for some people. And if you want to paint it as jealousy,
yeah, like does that mean you're possessive over the woman's body, or
nah? I mean, that's how some people would paint it. I think is it's trying to be that's like that liberalism to the extreme where anything you do where it seems like you're saying it's yours is possessiveness, but I don't see it that way. I just see it as commitment.
I can't imagine being okay with knowing my wife's getting fucked by somebody else.
At all. I do think in the future though, it will be normalized. I think we're gonna get to that point where that shit is. Oh, they open.
Yeah.
Right. But like you said, Flop, keep that shit over there though.
I mean, it's open to an extent now. I mean, there's swinger culture. There's definitely like relationships that swing.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm not trying to disappoint you girls. I feel that too. But like, all right. So, what if your wife wanted to bring another girl into the relationship? Would you be okay with that?
I'm gonna sound corny, but no.
Why?
Because I think that, for me at least, in the way that my mind works, that would start to kind of fuck up the head game, like the mind game part of it a little bit, the psychology behind the relationship. And for me, it would feel too complicated mentally.
Yeah, I feel like that shit would be a trap.
Yeah, you gotta be gentle how you answer that. Like, I mean, if you want to, I ain't really into that, but like, if that's something you really want to do, you can do it.
I mean,
You gotta do that.
for you. Like,
Yeah, well, if that's what you're into, let's try it. I mean, I'm open.
Play it down.
I'm disgusted by the thought. But if you want to bring a Jon in,
Yeah. Babe.
You mean I gotta fuck this Jon?
Right. Like, you want me to put mine in? Okay. I mean, if you say it's okay, all right.
If you really like that, I'll do that for you. That's how much I love you.
I would overthink the fuck out of that situation so much. It's like, am I giving this bitch too much strokes? Like, should I just kiss the neck? Like, is there no like face to face? Is it only back shots? Like, how do I go with this? Like,
she start looking at you like you don't fuck me like that.
You like, you gotta hit her with the corniest sweat.
You gotta hit her with the lazy stroke. Like, all right, I'm not really into this, babe. Like, this is for you. I'm not into this.
The corny stroke.
The caveat, though, is you have to look at your girl in the eyes the whole time. Just
I say that now, dog. I'd be in there going crazy. Just a game, dog. This new puss after I've been married 20 years, I'm going nuts. I'm trying to impress her, not my wife, dog. I'm going crazy. I'm popping a gas station pill before. I'm ready to go.
Going all in. All chips in.
I'm going nuts.
And it's totally just because of my job, but I haven't met, and I've met probably 15 people that are in relationships, that are in open relationships, and I haven't met any of them that don't got some serious shit to work on. Like they're coming to me for problems. I'm sure because of that. Granted, I'm a bit biased because I am a therapist, so people do come to me with problems. So I'm not seeing the people that aren't having problems.
Right.
But it makes me wonder, like, where are all the folks that's just going great?
Yeah. Because, I mean, shit, we seen the Will and Jada shit. And the fact that man lived there and that still happened is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And Will looks sick in that one video.
Come on, man. He tried to downplay it, but come on, bro. Nah.
But how sick would he be if he's still with it?
That's the wild part. I think that's the most fascinating part about the Will Smith Jada shit is we know all it. The whole public know all it. I mean, it's already bad when everybody know it, but they celebrities, so everybody know it. So it's like you walking around with everybody you working with on the movie set and knowing like, damn, dude was living with you and he smashed your wife and you still with her. Like, that's some wild shit to be walking around holding on your jacket.
And he was 20 years younger than you and friends with your son.
Crazy.
I'm beating him and my son up. Easy money, dog. You got me fucking chopped. Easy money, dog. Could you imagine? And then, like, it's like there's a different aspect, like, of the open relationship. So, like, do you have to, like, tell me every time before you do some shit? Like, do I have to approve it?
At that point, would you even want to know?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't even want to know. If I was in an open one, I don't even want to know.
If I'm getting cheated on, I don't even want to know. Have at it.
See, I think the trust that you would have to have, I don't even think I could have trust when that is happening with other information that I would share with my partner. Like, if I'm also going to be expected to talk to you about my deeper emotional state or like what's going on with me, I would have a hard time doing that because I feel like you're not being trustworthy with this one piece. If the easiest piece, I mean, that's it's really not that hard to not cheat in the long run with if the relationship's going well.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't, like, if things are good and that's going on, how am I going to be open with you in other areas?
But you think people only cheat when like the relationship's going bad? Because I don't think that's true at all.
No, I think that people cheat because there's a part of them that they are not having fulfilled and they need to become that version of themselves. And that's why they cheat. Even if the relationship's going well, they might have a tendency to self-sabotage because that freaks them out.
All right, so like, what if like you have a girlfriend and you're at the bar and you're kind of lit, and it just so happens you bump into a John and she just throws the puss at you?
I don't think it's ever that simple to where your mind wasn't already a little bit open to it beforehand.
So you think every cheat's like a premeditated cheat?
Not necessarily where I'm thinking about cheating, but maybe there's some thought there beforehand that if it came along the lines, then it would happen.
All 12 girls that listen to our podcast are about to be pissed at the guys they took back. Now they know it was a more of an in-depth reason.
The Will and Jada shit though, the fact that they still together, that make you wonder, like, maybe not even wonder, but like how strong their bond really is.
I feel like they just got to be like really good friends at this
That's
point.
what I'm saying. Like that love got to be different. Like best friend level type, like past best friend level type.
Yeah, like I'm almost curious if they even fuck themselves.
Like, do they sleep in the same bed? Like
do they even still have a relationship going or not?
Right, because they could just be fucking other people. In that situation, just happen to get out. And it's like, fuck. Now we gotta talk about this shit. We was cool for 20 years, but now here we go.
I don't even like when I'm casually fucking Johnson, they fuck somebody else. Like, I can't imagine being married to somebody I'm fucking and they fuck somebody else.
Oh my gosh. I mean, his situation was just so fucking crazy. Because I didn't know the dude was living with him, but when they said he lived with him, that was, you could see on Will's face, like, that's a hurt piece.
Yeah, and
like,
he
bro,
made
I
like
took you in. We was
7 songs about her afterwards. That shit was nasty as shit. And I fuck with August, and it sounds like he's really sick, so hopefully he's doing well. But I liked August's first album a lot. Been through a lot.
Insane, man.
And I think if we would have looked at that shit like from a different aspect, I think because Jada's a girl, like we didn't really look at it. But like, yeah, they took that guy in because he was going through a lot and he was mad sickly and he ended up fucking the John. If that was a girl and a guy situation, we would have looked at him like a fucking predator. That took advantage of somebody.
Yeah.
Like, that was Willow's friend that came in there was mad damaged. Her fucking mom kicked her out. Her brother had just died, and then Will started fucking her. We would have been like, "Yo, what the fuck, dog?"
It would have been weird.
You were crazy.
Yeah, 100%, dog. But because it was Jada and she's pretty, everybody's like, "Oh, who gives a fuck?"
If Will and Jada are just really good friends now, like they've kind of fallen out of that we're married, committed to one another stage, which is fine. Just say that. Just say, hey, we feel different about each other than we did, and we don't need that type of relationship with one another anymore.
I feel like they've been saying that.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still painted as, no, we're just still married like that and in an open relationship.
Dex keeps talking about R. Kelly in the comments, but that motherfucker voted on my survey last week that he's still listening to him, so it's kind of great.
He did?
Yeah, dog.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. You can say you ain't this guy.
He's the first one to vote. He was the first one to vote.
You're going to let I Believe I Can Fly rock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dog. What's the wedding song they be playing, though? It's just a banger.
So, I mean, it's 15 of them. Which one are you talking about?
Trapped in the closet?
That whole do you got your passports, do you got your shot shit, that shit was insane.
Yeah, can't believe he got caught for sex trafficking.
Fucking R. Kelly.
What do you guys, Step in the Name of Love? That's a fucking good song. I'm not listening to R. Kelly.
Changing Step in the Name of Love. Nobody.
Song. You know, I dance with my arms, but I'm stepping with I'm out there doing handstands and shit, going crazy.
God.
Like, I'm
Remix
going,
to Ignition? You gonna change Ignition remix? No.
not that good a song. Not that good a
What?
song. Not that good a song.
See, this is insane.
Not that good a song. Just not a fan. Not a fan.
Great song.
I don't listen to people that dress like that.
I mean, that was the mid
Could you
2000s when that came out.
Could you date a girl that couldn't dress?
I mean, I feel like you could change that.
Is that weird to like go into a John and be like, yeah, I'm about to pick her swag up?
Nah. I mean, I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure women do the same thing.
Can you change that? Yeah, but like from the guy perspective, I guess that's weird. Can you change that? Like you meet a John, like, oh, her swag's stupid as shit. Like, let me tell you what to wear.
I think, honestly, I think that even happened naturally in relationships. Like, oh, I think you should wear this on both sides, though. Like, I like this shirt, you should wear it. And as a dude, you're just gonna be like, all right, whatever.
You match your Johns at weddings you go to?
I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I think that'd be swag. Halloween's coming up. I'm looking for a Halloween party. Find one, John. I got a couple costumes planned. I need a Halloween party. Jake's probably got one. I'll come to his. Anyway, what do you guys got?
We want our vaccine topic of the week.
Love to hear.
This shit is not going away.
I got my second shot today.
Did you?
Yep.
Fully vaxxed.
Fully
Feel
vaxxed.
different?
Fully vaxxed, fully sterile.
The bitch, yeah. I'm glad I'm talking to John. Nah, what's it called? I was getting my second shot, and the lady's like, "How was the first shot?" I was like, "It was cool, but I caught COVID like 2 weeks after." And she was like, "When you're getting your second shot today, you're set for life." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my god.
Make me get some fucking booster, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nut ass shit, dog.
But yeah, the NBA announced that the players that do not comply with local vaccination mandates will not be paid for the games that they miss. So, you don't got the vaccine, and you live in San Francisco or New York, you won't be paid for your games. Is that fair? To not be paid because the city says you should be vaccinated?
Is life there?
Or should you lose your job because of a vaccination?
What else are they not allowed to do as NBA players, or are they forced to do?
Well, if you live in as far as the vaccine, if you live in those states or whatever the mandate is, you can't enter the arena at all. Like you're banned from the arena as well. So you can't even come in to watch your team at a home game.
So you can't smoke weed?
Yeah, I see where Fox is going. They can smoke weed now.
You can smoke weed, but you gotta have a vax.
You can't do coke. You can't do ergs. There's like certain shit you can't do and be in the NBA. So now like there's a new rule about the vax. Like it's a big fucking deal. But like yeah, I think in reality, and I'm fully against it, like making everybody get the vax shit, even though I got it. But like in reality, that shit's coming everywhere, bro. Every job's gonna be like that pretty soon. So it is what it is. That shit is corny though. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that shit at all.
You think everybody gonna press that issue?
Yeah, brother. If they pass that John where if you got more than 100 employees, you got to get the vax. Yeah, I think that issue's getting pressed. Don't you see Biden old ass getting the booster shot on TV the other day?
That's
wild.
His shoulders are mad hairy.
Bro, Biden got fucking 90 years of hair, dog. That motherfucker's got to be hairy by now. I can't believe he's still alive. That motherfucker's looking older by the day, dog. That shit is crazy. That's an old boy, dog. That is an old ass boy. But I did respect. I respect what Andrew Wiggins was saying when he was like, yeah, like the reporters kept asking him. He's like, dog, like it's my opinion, my business. It's not affecting you guys. It's my paycheck. If I miss it, I miss it. And if you're going to take that stand, you don't want to get vaxxed, and like you're willing to miss out on your paychecks and whatever. Yeah, what the fuck I'm going to say to you, dog? Have at it. Shit. Have at it.
I guess my thing with it, or my question with it is, all right, but all y'all vax, right? So y'all should be good then. Like I see players taking that stance. Like y'all got the vax though, right?
Yeah, but I caught COVID with the vax.
Yeah, I think that's the point though. Like, okay, yeah, you got it.
That is the point though. Like you're more unlikely to get it, so the more people that get it, the less likely you have. It is true.
You're more unlikely to get it?
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Because you got the vax.
Yes.
Okay.
But you're more unlikely to get it, so the more people that have it, the more unlikely it's to be a breakout in the team. There's more unlikely to cancel games. It's more unlikely to cancel TV games. There's more unlikely to miss revenue. So like it's a money thing for the NBA, and I get it. That makes sense. But I'm also not mad at you saying, "Yo, this vaccine just got created in the last year and a half, and I don't fucking want it." I'm all on board on that too, dog. Motherfucker, who knows if I can have kids anymore? That shit's fucked up. Shot myself up. I didn't even do no research. I just got it. Have at it. I'm pussy. I got sick of wearing masks. So fuck it, I'm gonna grab the vax. And then I caught COVID anyway. I'm pussy, so it's whatever. But I'm not mad at the NBA saying that shit, and I'm not mad at the NBA players saying I don't want it.
I think that's just one of the topics that's going to be touchy until, if it ever goes away.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if we need yearly boosters, it's like, come on, bro. Are we getting yearly boosters?
I'm not getting them more shots ever again in my life, bro. That's the thing. I'm not getting none of them shits. I wasted my vaccine. I'm not getting none of them shits, bro. I don't believe in the flu shot. I don't believe in none of that shit. And I smoke gas all the time. And I live mad dangerous. While I used to... No, dog. I'm a big adamant. If I die, I die. But they did do a good campaign on like, well, you might kill other people with this shit. And I do know a few people that just checked off that shit. So it is real and it does happen. But I'm not getting no motherfucking boosters. I guess that's a weird line to draw, though.
You getting booster swap?
I don't have any plans to right now. I haven't really felt the pressure to get one. There definitely hasn't been like any overwhelming evidence that's shown me I need to go get it. Have they even rolled boosters out? When is that supposed to happen?
I think they pushed it back. I think some people got it though, which is the weird part. But I guess those are the elites. I mean, you say Biden got it with the hairy shoulder, so
that's
it's
true.
out there. The shit out there.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not in a position to need it. If I was maybe around a lot of people or living, I mean, I guess my work I kind of am, but not really. I feel pretty good with the one.
And that's another thing. I'm not, for me, without having it, I'm not really around too many people. So that's a reason I really don't feel pressed to do it. Because it's not like I'm not going to the mall. I'm not going to be in the places where there's crowds of people. Now, I will say I do want to go to some NBA games. So that's going to be a little weird. However that goes, I don't know how it's going to go. They haven't laid out rules for every stadium. I'm hearing music venues, concerts. I was looking for some Larry June coming to Philly next month or November. And I was looking at it, his tickets and shit, and it was like, you got to just come with a negative test. And I feel like negative test or a vaccine card. I'm not mad at that.
That's how they do balance there. You either got to have a vax or a negative test.
I'm not mad at that. Like, if I got to spend 15 to go get a rapid test, cool. And then if I do find out I got it, like, all right, I need to sit my ass in the crib. Like, I don't need to be out.
So bro, I hate that we have to keep diving this like every 3 weeks, but yeah, like I am not a fan of like the big like, yo, get the vaccine or else push. I think that shit's like really counterproductive to put your foot on the neck of people. Like that shit is very weird, and then it makes the people that are iffy about it be like, well, fuck you, why are you pushing it this much? That shit's just a weird John, dog. Put out as much information as you have, and if people feel they need to get it, they need to get it. And might sound like a nut, dog. I don't think the pandemic was as bad as people thought it was going to be for real.
Because of all the things we did.
I guess. But even when we was doing it, we wasn't really doing it. Florida and them shits was opening up. Motherfuckers wasn't checking like that. I mean, they was checking. Mad people died, but like, that shit wasn't in the millions like I thought it was going to be. I thought motherfuckers was about to be dropping like zombies and shit. I was scared. Motherfuckers checking because we all about to know somebody that died. And which we probably all do know somebody that died from COVID. I thought it was going to be like one people. Yeah, same. But I thought like it was gonna be like one out of every family and shit. Like motherfuckers gonna be checked. I know more motherfuckers that died off dope. Let's start taking a dope vaccine, dog. How about that? The fuck, that's a pandemic. Let's start doing that shit. I know way more people that died off the dope this year than I do COVID. Let's address that issue, dog. Why we so hyper focused on one?
That'd make Big Pharma too mad. I do think it's important to remember that we did do a lot of things to prevent that many people from dying. Like most of the country locked it down for real for a hot minute.
Hot minute ago.
Yeah, and a lot of
during the
people's
peak
lives
of
were
it.
going too during that too.
But what?
Man,
A lot of lives were going during that too. Businesses, people losing jobs, people losing money, people getting evicted, people losing whatever,
suicide.
going in debt,
Yeah,
suicide
but
from being in the crib
if
all
it
day.
saved it from doubling the numbers, that's a no-brainer.
Is it?
Yeah, because imagine if they wouldn't have and people would have died, and they would have been like, we should have locked down. You guys didn't look out for us.
I don't know, bro. I feel like that's a
It's,
debate to be had. Like, yeah, maybe if we doubled the COVID deaths and we kept the economy keep going at the pace it was, and the, what's it called? Like, who's to know the side effects of this shit 6 years down the line? I don't know. Like,
people
if
would have
small
been hot.
businesses keep like it kind of just like emphasized the position we already were in, like fucking 10 years before it should have happened. But yeah, that shit just eliminated all like the mom and pop joints that was barely making it by. A lot of the restaurants, like that shit's interesting, dog. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound like an anti-vaxxer because I have the vax and I believe in science, but I'm not big on fucking forcing shit.
I
at
definitely feel like if they kept it cool, it would have went way smoother, and more people would have got the vax. Like if it was like this is what we have to do. We gotta wear masks. We gotta wash our hands, sanitize everything. Don't be around people. Like they was just like you
People
said,
don't
the
know how
media
to
pushing fear. The media pushing fear. So we scared to death. Why are you scaring us to death when you could have just said relax, blah blah blah, and then if nothing went super south as far as people losing businesses, homes, jobs, and all that, I feel like more people would have got the vax if it wasn't so much fear being pushed. Because after a while, because remember when I'm about to say unlock the country, but when we let everybody out, everybody comes out. They're like, "Oh, we good, we
Yeah, we
back, no
outside.
mask, we outside." And
We
then,
outside.
oh, nah, now mask back on, everything back on. It's just like, well, what the fuck is going on? Like y'all confusing the people at this point. We was just on lock. Like now we about to have to go back on lockdown. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is
We
crazy.
going back on lockdown?
I mean, the country or what is it? The government might be on another lockdown.
Think so?
Nah, that's a fact.
We're coming back to a lockdown?
A government shutdown.
Yeah, I saw they about to
Oh,
run out of
yeah.
money. I let him
Yeah,
tweet. Motherfucker said, "Here's 1,200. Figure it out."
yeah,
Oh, this
That's
1,200.
funny.
yeah.
Give them 1,200.
But the crazy shit with if the government locked down, they ain't gonna be handing out no money.
Yeah, but the thing is, with what y'all were just saying, shouldn't have locked it down. They shouldn't get no stimulus checks.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If the country was still open, they
needed
wouldn't
them.
have had to.
Bro. We would have never needed something if they didn't lock down.
America don't know how to play shit cool. The American media, I should say, they don't know how to play shit
The
cool.
media for sure. But I think we also got to remember that inaction is also forcing a viewpoint on people. Just because you don't say anything doesn't mean you're not forcing a viewpoint.
But I don't feel
the
like
same thing.
in action. I feel like if you told people wear your mask, if you don't wear your mask, you can't enter a store. If you're too close to somebody, say something, or you don't need to be in that store.
Bro.
Like set guidelines, but know that it's still dangerous. But we can still function as a country because let the country know that you trust your people. When you say y'all can't go outside, y'all can't do nothing, it feel like there's no trust there, or this is the deadliest disease in mankind if y'all shutting down the fucking country.
If they would have just came out with the info and said, "Yeah, this is the info. This is why we think it's kind of fucked up. Here's the vax. They'll get the vax. But if y'all don't want to get the vax, you can't go to the hospital if you catch COVID." I would have been completely fine with that, dog. That's fair. That's fair, yeah. You can't if you catch COVID, you can't go to the hospital. Motherfuckers would have been like, "All right, fuck y'all, we not pussy." And then a few people would have died that caught COVID and couldn't go to the hospital. And motherfuckers would have started grabbing that shit. And if they didn't, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because they couldn't go to the hospital. They wasn't clogging up the beds. Win-win, dog.
I think they need us running the country, though. I think we could get some shit done, man.
A blended run?
I think we could get shit done, man.
Yo, if you came through with the conservative point of views and I had the liberal joints.
Yo, DC, holla at us, man. We got the answers.
Game fucking just call other countries mad pussy.
Hey, they shutting down. Y'all go get y'all money. Just stay away from people, though. Wear your mask, but go get that money.
Go get your bread,
We
dog.
love money. This country loves money.
Open your shop up, dog. Yeah, but if y'all get sick, don't be bitching about
Yeah, don't be bitching because we got the vaccine, so don't say shit.
it. We got the cure.
You
But
can't breathe, that's on you.
yeah, you don't want to grab a pussy. Rough out.
Hey, the campaign could have worked, man.
Fucking 2028, dog.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck, man. That's a good pitch. I think we got a few people sold.
Right.
What do you think, Jake?
About y'all running?
Yeah, about everything. I mean, do you think it's fair to say, like, yo, get the vax or you can't go to the hospital, and that would be like a fair compromise?
I think that's worse than saying you got to get the vax.
You think so?
To say you can't get medical assistance because
It's a good deterrent for a lot of shit. Like, if motherfuckers told me, like, if I get cancer, they can't serve me because I've been smoking these yaks, and like, maybe I'm less likely to smoke these yaks.
Would you?
What?
Would you stop if they said you can't go to the hospital if you get sick later?
Maybe. I don't know. I had to be in that position. Would I fuck Rihanna if she was burning? We don't know until we get there. I don't know.
That's the easy answer. You know in your heart.
I'm not smoking. I'm not stopping these shit for nobody.
Yeah, exactly. You can't put fear in people, right? You can't treat them with fear and say if you get sick, you can't come to the hospital. That's the fear
Like
tactic.
our whole fucking country's built off fear mongering, dog.
Well, I was just going off of what you were saying. That's still the fear tactic. It's the same theory, just applied in a different way.
That's how we change shit, dog. Fear tactics is how we change shit. That's literally how we change shit. That's from both sides. That's how we change shit.
But I thought we just agreed that's not a good thing.
I don't know if it is or not. That's how it works in the country, though. Like, that's how we respond to shit. That's how we've always responded to shit. We're scared of losing money, or we're scared of change, or we're scared of something like that. That's literally how we move as a country.
Right. We all literally just said,
I
think
it's a bad, but like I said,
I don't know if it's a bad thing or not, but I'm saying that's how it works.
Yeah, because I don't think it worked this time.
I don't think it ever works.
People, citizens out here saying, "Oh, y'all on bullshit," and they did put the fear of God in us, and then they let us out, and then they said, "Oh, nah, y'all gotta chill again. Like, we need mandates now." So it was all. I don't know who's running shit. Whoever's running shit is fucking up.
I didn't really ever feel fear at all the whole time. I was like,
shit, motherfucker.
Fear at the beginning.
I was talking about that shit in November. I said, yeah, this shit about to come through and sweep us all out. Cause motherfucker, dog, I was on Twitter late night, like fucking November 2019. And in China, they was literally the streets in China was building up brick by brick walls so other people couldn't come in. And then they was showing bodies just getting zipped up in the street. I'm like, oh, this shit about to sweep these motherfuckers, dog.
Remember we seen 18-wheelers full of bodies?
Oh, come on.
The hospital didn't have enough room.
Fuck yeah,
it was just crazy. Like, it was like yo, this shit really real.
Yeah, we were scared as a motherfucker, dog.
And that's the media, though.
I feel more fear public speaking than I did at any time during COVID.
I thought we was about to be done.
My boy Mondo asked, should we have just let COVID just take its natural course? And I'm kind of on that side now, which is fucked up. I'm kind of on that side now, dog. Like, yeah, some shit you can't avoid. Yeah, just like let them have it. Fuck it.
That would have been crazy.
Natural selection, dog.
That's what I was about to say. That shit would have been like some population control shit.
That's what people thought it was when that shit first came out anyway. Like, yeah, like, fuck it. Whatever. But then, like, it's easy to say that until, like, the people you know start checking off it.
Right.
But it's, like, weird, like, what we care about and what we don't care about. We completely avoid, like, ignore other shit that's huge problems. Like, yeah, like Tim was saying with obesity, dog, like the majority of our country is overweight. Like, we're the most overweight country in the world, but there's still McDonald's every fucking block. We don't address that issue.
No mandates. No mandates on McDonald's.
Like,
you can order 15 Big Macs if you want and eat them all in one sitting. Shit fucked up.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, what the issue is here.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, media pressed us with fear. We find out whatever we find out, and then we just move. I don't even know how we move on from here. It's like, it seemed like it's going to be no end to this. Hopefully it is. Hopefully this is the last time we got to talk about it, which we know it's not. But
do you think the middle ground's gone for good? I was talking about this shit with Shane the other day. You think like the middle ground's completely gone? Like you're either left or you're right, like, and that's how you identify, or it's no good?
Nah, because I feel like everybody has their own opinion. I mean, I feel like some people just listen to an opinion and they just think they agree with it because maybe somebody they like says something. So, like, if Jay-Z was like, "Yo, go get the vax," people feel like more people will go get the vax. Or if LeBron comes out, "Yo, go get the vax," more people will be like, "Oh, okay." But I feel like it's good for people to stay out of it so you can have your own opinion. Because once there's no middle ground, I think that's when shit. I think that's when a fucking civil war starts. Because like, all right, you on this side, you on that side.
That's all
It's
the
us against
funny.
y'all.
I saw a funny meme the other day where it's like, you know, that John, where it's like three people pointing the guns at each other. I think it's from The Office. They're
Mm-hmm.
all like that, and it was like the one boy was like, yeah, like fucking conservative, and one was liberal, and it was like me with the two guns, and I was like, yeah, me being fucking pro-choice, but me also being pro-guns. Like it's there's real like it's almost like people identify your one point of view with every point of view. Like me, I'm fucking. Yo, keep your pistols if you want. I don't give a fuck. But also, like, yo, if you want to fucking get an abortion, have at it. I don't give a fuck. And yo, if you want to be gay or trans or whatever, and you want to be called he, her, I don't give a fuck. It
Right.
doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't fucking care. And I believe in capitalism to an extent. So like, yo, fucking let's make money and give opportunity to make profit. But I also believe in some aspects of socialism. So it's like, yo, like I don't know, this shit's fucking weird. It's like it acts like you're either super left or you're super right, and I don't feel like the majority fall on that, but like that's how it's painted.
My thoughts on why there's that separation. I don't know if you guys know about like Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton in like the late '90s. That's when we didn't have the whole red and blue before them. Newt Gingrich brought that on to where when they were doing the electoral college maps during the election,
Facts.
they started to assign the both parties colors, right? And that really separated the people. Oh, I'm blue, I'm red, and people I think started to get locked in that identity. When I don't think there's that. I don't think that's back to the two-party system. It's too narrow of a choice.
It's just weird. Like any idea you have, you're just like completely aligned with one John. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I said something about Black Lives Matter, and the motherfucker was like, "Yeah, well, you're a socialist then." I'm like, "No, God, what the fuck does that even mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I just want my black friends to live comfortably. But, like, does that mean I'm a socialist? Like, where does this shit align at? I don't understand."
Yeah, I don't understand why the middle ground has to be dead. Like, why can't you agree with something on both sides? We do it all the time. I mean, I guess not everybody, but I feel like social media maybe and the media period is just if you don't follow this, then I guess you're not with us. It's like a group think mentality is taking over. So
Yeah.
what this side says, I'm gonna believe everything they say, and what that side says, I'm gonna believe everything that they say. I agree with that. I don't agree with that though, but I agree with that. But I don't agree with what else they said. Like, you can be in the middle. It's okay. Like, you don't have to fall on one side. You can have your opinions. You don't have to agree with your friends. You don't have to agree with your parents. It's okay.
If I'm in a room full of 10 people, I shouldn't agree with what all 10 people say on every subject.
There's no way. There's
There's no
no
way.
way.
There's no fucking way. It's impossible. We talked about that shit like early on in the pod, but like yo, that Facebook algorithm and the Twitter algorithm and whatnot, to where like you like a certain amount of stuff and then it just supplies you with shit more like-minded people. It's like every time you get on social media, you're just influenced by everyone that thinks like you. So you've got no challenging mindset or any challenging point of view, to where now you think all 150 people that you see every day think just like you. And then as soon as you see somebody else that thinks differently, you're like, oh, they're fucking weirdos. That's completely wrong.
I was literally on my YouTube last night, and I'm like, yo, why is all this shit the same shit? Like, where's the diversity in my YouTube? I don't know when they started doing algorithms on YouTube and just feeding you, I guess, what they think you want to see. But it's like, yo, there's nothing from another point of view on my YouTube at all. Is anything I watch, they just pile that shit on. I watch one video or something. It's just like, maybe I could just gotta let some Fox videos rock or some Joe Rogan's rock on my shit just so I could mix my shit up a little bit. But my shit is all crazy. I'm like, yo, there's no diversity because of this algorithm bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nuts. Next.
What else we got?
Do we have another question?
Yeah, I had a few. I'll deep dive into it. So you guys probably aren't familiar with Kelly Price, what John is, but I know her from the Sumi. I know her from the Sumi song.
That's racist. Nah, it's like, shout out to Kelly Price though, amazing voice.
It finally got me. She was beautiful on that Sumi song. I thought, what if I said you know Kelly Price? I thought she was a new artist that was signed to Wale's label.
Oh, that's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. Shout out to Kelly Price though.
So Kelly Price got COVID and then disappeared when she got out of the hospital. I guess to take some free time, and her family reported her missing. So do you feel like it's an obligation when you want to kind of like self what the fuck is the word I'm looking for?
Self-care.
Not self-care, but like self-isolate. Do you have to give people like a heads up? Like, yeah, I'm dipping off for like 2 weeks?
I don't think you have to, but I think you would expect consequences if you don't. People are going to wonder.
I got a better one. You get divorced, right? Are you dating another girl that has kids, or is that over?
Am I dating another girl that has kids?
Yeah, or are you like, yeah, not a shot?
My gut says that I would. My first response says that I would.
Is there a limit on kids?
I met somebody the other day that has 12 brothers and sisters. That's probably a limit. I can't imagine 13 kids.
That pussy's destroyed.
That's fucked up.
Or belly.
I'd be shooting blanks after 13. Like, got nothing left.
You'll never pull out a day in your fucking life, dog. That would be crazy.
It would be strange to raise somebody else's kid, but then at the same time, now having a kid, it's like, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it wouldn't be as weird as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I can't call it.
Why do we leave Kelly Price?
I mean, we could keep jumping on it, bro. Do you feel
No,
like
I mean, I do feel like you should give a heads up, but in my situation, I do feel like sometimes I do isolate without a heads up, which I feel like my family or friends will, I guess if they know you, it wouldn't be abnormal, but maybe she was in contact with her people all the time. So I guess if you talk to somebody every day and then you go 2 weeks without talking to them, maybe they do file a missing persons report on you.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a courtesy thing. Do you guys think it's important to like plan out your life, like have a 5-10 year plan? And do you like write one or like?
I've got a loose one.
I think I need.
What'd you say?
You said you got a loose one. I said I'm back and forth, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think mine's vague. I think I know what I want or want to shoot for, but also I think that I do better when I don't have as much of a plan and just trust myself to make good choices in the moment. You have a 5-year plan, too?
Yeah, I've got like a really pretty in-depth 5-10 year plan, but I was curious if you guys are disappointed if you don't hit those goals.
I've felt disappointed a little bit.
Yeah, I've got a pretty in-depth career path and personal path that I feel like I need to hit at certain ages. Or I had an interesting conversation with coworkers beforehand today, and it was kind of you fuck your therapist. Do you feel it's healthy to compare yourself to others as kind of a pick-me-up? So where it's if I'm feeling bad about myself, I could be well, look at these other people, I'm doing better than them.
I think it's a mixed bag. I think if you're constantly comparing, then that steals your joy. But also it's a tool that I don't like to do these types of tools in therapy, but have people look at the other people in their situation or in their life. Do you have stuff going for you? Can you find it's a way to find your positives, right? I mean, I feel like that's what you're saying. You can look and see what you have going for you.
But on the same extent, isn't that kind of that situation we were saying early in the pod where it's isn't that it could always be worse? And isn't that unhealthy?
I think if it's used too much, I think it's a good tool every once in a while. Like if that can really truly pick you up.
So if I'm thinking like, yo, I'm not feeling too hot this week, but I'm looking at them like, yo, fucking Ray, Rob, and Tyler are fucking pieces of shit. So I'm doing good in comparison. I must be solid. That's like an effective tool.
If it really uplifts your mood, I think the only person that could judge that would probably be you. If you feel like, no, this is just a fake boost.
All right, so stop me if this gets too much into like your career, but like, so in your interaction with people, what do you say the most common like issue that pops up around our age demographic is?
Around our age demographic,
Or, like, what's a big pain point?
um, not trusting other people
In what way? Relationships or
and relationships, that they can share themselves with another person and that other person will treat them with kindness and respect. Um, I don't know. It's hard to group it by age. You know, I do think the comparison thing, like I should be farther ahead, but I deal in a lot of trauma. So like most of the people that I see are coming in with like abuse. So we're kind of working on some, I guess, deeper issues or more core issues.
so like.
Because like, my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead.
You're good. Rock out because I'm about to deep dive on something else.
Like I think that, and this is kind of complicated to explain. There's a lot of these surface level issues, like comparing yourself on social media. However, if you haven't had anything that you've been through that's really impacted you, you're able to deal with that social media issue of comparison. But if you've been through something that's been traumatic and is like maybe really hurt a part of you, then now all of a sudden this everyday issue that other people are handling, you know, like John's talked about, he handles it fine in a great way. It becomes an issue because of that deeper seated thing. It's all usually connected to something a little more heavy set. These surface issues by themselves don't usually seem to cause a problem.
You said if you feel like if you haven't been through anything, you feel like you deal with it easier.
Yeah, like so. This is
I
going
think
to
the
be
opposite, but go ahead.
Yeah, I feel
not.
like
Let me.
you're numb to it. But yeah, go ahead.
I guess let me. You're right, John. I can see where that does sound that way. If you've been through something that caused pain and you didn't heal from it, then I think that is what makes the everyday thing an issue. But I think what you were saying is that if you've been through something and you've learned from it, then it makes the everyday issue no problem.
Right. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I tend to. I mean, it might be fucked up, but when I like see people that get so upset about small things, I ask myself like, dang, has this person been through anything? Maybe that's fucked up. Looking at it like, damn, you ain't been through shit if this is bothering you. Is that like a fucked up way of thinking?
I don't know. It's a good question. My first thought is usually like, what has this person been through that makes this thing surface that more painful issue? Like, what is this really bringing out? What are you really upset about? Were your parents not there for you and they didn't show you love? So now anytime you get rejected, you are in a lot of pain.
Right. That makes sense.
Other deep dive. I was wondering, what do you guys think like drives you in life? Like what drove you to like become what you are? Was it just kind of like on the whim, like just going through life, or was there certain like things that were like, yo, this is why I need to go to college, or this is why I need to start my own business, or this is why I need to get married, or this is why I need to make a certain amount of money?
Mm.
Shit. For me, I would say not necessarily. I mean, I don't think you can really predict the way your life is gonna go unless you like some super trust fund baby or some shit and you just got it all planned out. But I feel like you take what comes with life as you go through it. So if you got an opportunity to go to school and there's nothing at home, I'm gonna go to school. If you got an opportunity at home that you feel is more lucrative than going to school, well, I'm gonna take this opportunity. If maybe you don't got the money to go to school, well, I ain't got no choice but to do whatever I'm about to do. So I feel like maybe not. I would say majority of people really just go with life as it comes at them.
But do you think like, all right, so let me ask you, so do you think like you were money motivated by life and that's why you started like getting to the workforce early and then like that's why you started creating other opportunities to like create like a kind of like self-sufficient way of life? Is there like, or was it kind of like even in like why did you want to play basketball, football, just because you like sports or because that was like what you were pressured by with the family, or did you want to be as successful as other cousins or shit like that?
So yeah, I mean, sports. I mean, you asked a lot, but I'll try to get through it. Sports. I mean, from my earliest memory was that's just what everybody around me did. So, I mean, it's just natural. It wasn't like a fork because I mean, the sports like I started playing baseball. Told my dad I don't want to play that, so I stopped. The fast forward to like school, I would have went. Like if I knew school was gonna be paid for, and I ain't had no debt, and like I had a full ride or something. Shit, I'm gonna go. But in my situation, that wasn't the situation. So it was like I'm not about to be however many tens of thousands of dollars in debt because of this paper I'm about to get. Granted, it's going to make me some money, or so is what the people in school, the teachers told me it was going to make me more money, but I'm not about to succumb to that for that, especially if it won't work and I won't make the money that y'all saying I'm going to make, especially the things I wanted to do. I don't know if, because I mean, I didn't really have I don't know who really goes. I mean, of course, some people go into school with an idea of what they want to do, but as far as me, I probably would have changed my major probably about 3 times before I even knew what I wanted to do. So I didn't have like a plan because I was going to go, but I didn't have a plan of what I really wanted to do for the rest of my fucking life. I feel like that's a lot of pressure at 18 to make a life decision. Like,
Fuck
this is
yeah.
what I'm about to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So when y'all chose to go, like, what was it? Was it, I want to do this job, I want to make this money, I'm making my family proud? Like, what was it for y'all to make y'all go?
I think I was influenced a lot in life off like spite and what I thought people thought I couldn't do. I think like even like as young to like middle school or high school, like yeah, like I'm like, oh, my brothers are really good at sports and they think they're going to be the best. Well, I'm going to be better than them at sports. I'm going to have more success at this level. And then it was like, yeah, like all right, well, people think like I'm kind of dumb because my grades aren't as good, or like I'm a knucklehead because I'm hanging out with this group. So I'm going to make sure I get to college. And then when I got to college, it was like, oh, well, like nobody in the family's ever graduated from college, so I'm definitely going to graduate from college to show people fuck them. And then, like, as I got into college, I'm like, well, let me start networking and making sure I position myself to make real money because nobody's ever been in the corporate world. So, like, now I'm about to prove everybody that I can be this person that nobody's ever been. The issue is that one day you look up and you go, did I do this for myself? Or did I do this just because everybody thought I couldn't do it? And then you start thinking, well, why the fuck did I do this? And then if you're not happy in the position you're at, that's a real fucking mindfuck.
What drove your decision, Flop?
I don't. I wasn't presented with the option of not going to college. I think it would have probably caused some pretty big rifts. Looking back, I didn't really recognize this then, but it was like, yeah, you're going to college. Nobody in my immediate family had graduated from college. They had worked hard to get me the opportunity. I was going.
Right.
And that's what got me there. And I didn't know what I wanted to do until I pretty much was my senior year of school.
Right.
I did the whole bounce around. I did business. That was bullshit for me. And I did biology, tried to be a doctor. I was like, yeah, that's bullshit for me. So
Right.
I feel like it's the one place that my faith did inform me, is that knowing that I can't choose something for the money. I have to be giving to others, and then I will receive because I'm helping other people. Life works two ways like that. That's pretty much the main thing I've held on to from growing up learning what I did.
Right.
Dill, do you relate to what you just shared, like that whole process?
Do I relate to it?
Yeah, like about
That was my
being
process.
that was your
Yeah,
process. So
that was
where
my
does that leave
personal.
you then?
That was my personal process, bro.
Where does that leave you then?
I don't know, bro. It depends on the day you talk to me. Like it leads me to kind of what we were talking about earlier. Like I look around and I go in comparison, like yeah, like I'm in a really good spot in life. I've built a crazy resume. I'm with a really big corporation. And I've got a lot of opportunities and options in front of my face on what I potentially want to do to be a really big money grab and continue to live a really good life. Um, but I think the dangerous side of the comparison of like, like, well, this is what I've accomplished. If you're not in a good mind space, when you start listing your accomplishments, you're kind of like, well, that was all for nothing. So like, what do you do now?
What shifts you day to day when you said like it depends on the day you ask? What's different?
I think I'm bipolar, so I think that's the shift. Some days I'm really positive and happy where I'm at, and some days I'm really indecisive and uncertain what I want to do with life.
Mm.
And it just depends on the day you catch me and
So
what
like,
mindset's going to be super positive or super negative. Who knows?
I see.
But I mean, that's life, bro. I mean, that's like in comparison to like what John was saying, like like if you've ever been through some real shit, you start thinking about like other shit, like you've seen mad families lose their like their sons or their kids, or you've seen like your fucking family go through addiction or like all this other shit, and you're like, my biggest problem is, do I want to continue to make a good living, or do I want to like tighten in on my career to be a director at 40, or like that's not necessarily a bad problem to have at hand.
Yeah,
And I
I
feel
think that's
like,
my bad. Go ahead.
no, I feel like that's a good thing, a good way to look at shit. Like, say you do want to be a director at 40, you could just go do that shit,
Yeah.
and you could be successful in your own mind. You could make a whole short film, put it on YouTube, get 17 views, and be ecstatic. Like, damn, people really watch my shit. Or you could go get a fucking job in Hollywood, and you'd be
No,
still
I'm
just as
not saying
ecstatic.
I'm not saying like that, bro. I'm saying director, like an area director, like a director,
I
head
mean,
of
but I'm
marketing
saying
or something,
like,
yeah, like something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, I see what you're saying, but I feel like having a free mind to being able to feel like you can do what you want and not care about what the next person think is like, I think that's priceless. Like once I feel like once that mindset is like set, like I'm not worried about what somebody think because I'm doing this. Like I I never thought about what somebody thought of me by not going to school. Like it never even crossed my mind. Like, damn, they about to be disappointed I didn't go, or oh, this person's gonna look at me crazy, or like I'm in a room and they like, oh, did you go to school? Nah. And it's like no shame in that to me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this isn't a one up or anything. I didn't even have to think that people would be disappointed. It was pretty much said.
They will be.
Yeah.
I think that's what helped me in life though. Like my parents never like forced me to do anything. Like,
Yeah,
and that might be a gift and a curse at the same time, but for I guess my situation, it was just nothing was forced. Do you want to do this or do you not? If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. But if you're
If
not, don't. If you are gonna do it, don't bullshit.
if we're
yeah,
measuring whether or not it was a success based off of money, right? I've wondered, would I have been better off taking the route that you took, right? Like if we were to break down, and I know we're not going to do this, but break down our incomes and what we are spending on things, who's in a better spot, right? Like, and I don't think it would be. I don't think that the spot that I'm in is really as good as it's made out to be in terms of that financial stability. I think there's a big myth around you got to go to college to make more money, but then I look at you and you have a good job and you're starting your own business, right? There's already financial security now and you're growing for the future without having gone into the debt that I went in. And so it's really hard to call that like, oh yeah, college is a guaranteed loan. It's like, okay, well look at John. It's like, it's not really the case.
yeah. I know
Yeah.
about 5 business owners right now. None of them went to college.
I mean, I feel like I said it before. Once I seen I mean, it stuck with me. It wasn't like a driving factor or nothing, but I just remember 50 saying it. When 50 said that shit, I was just like, damn, he really didn't. And this motherfucker is a. But that's a one off, obviously. But it was just something that said, like, I'm always a person that can look at a situation and be like, oh, if they did it, I could do it. Like, I never felt like I couldn't do something because somebody else did it. Like, I feel like we all human at the end of the day. If they could do it, I could do it. I might not be able to make it to the NBA because I'm 6'8", but that's some other shit. But as far as
Sure.
regular shit that you have access to, especially with all the information we got now, it's just like what's really not possible at this point.
Yeah.
I think like it's like an interesting like mix of like like it's good to like keep your head down and like have accomplishments and like grind it out and do what's it called, but I do think it's kind of dangerous to like judge like your success off your accomplishments as well.
Agreed.
Because if you're
This
like
is
if your life purpose is accomplishments, then like it's like once you get to those accomplishments, you're kind of like, well, is this as good as I thought it was gonna feel? Like you hit some major accomplishments and you're like, well, this really is still kind of like an empty win. Like yeah, it's nice, but like, who gives a fuck at the end of the day?
yeah.
That's literally how I felt at my high school graduation.
Yeah,
You could see it on my face in my picture. Like it just felt like, all right, like this what I was supposed like. This is what we supposed to do. Like I know some people take it very serious, but with me, it was just like, all right, this is just another phase in life. I'm just going to the next one. Like,
yeah,
about to see what happens after this shit.
yeah, 100%. I mean, I remember my first really good year at work, and I was like, end of the year, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to go play 2K at my buddy's house and get fried. So like,
right, right,
nothing's really changed there. Like,
right,
what's I can buy the expensive twisted teas? Like
right.
what's really changed here? Like
Yeah.
nothing's changed. Like the core of your life doesn't change that much. But I do think like getting driven by accomplishments and pressure is kind of bullshit, honestly.
So a serious question for looking for honest feedback is when I come home and there's maybe 3 or 4 people out of the 8 people that I saw that day said they really appreciated the work that we did and it was really helpful. They're feeling happy. Is that still basing my happiness off of accomplishments? Because that's kind of an accomplishment, right?
No, I think your job is more of like a direct effect on like somebody else's life. Like I get way more pleasure fucking knowing that I'm creating memories for my godkids when I take them to the theme park than I do if I buy a nice ass pair of shoes. Like the accomplishment is like I can afford to go to the mall and buy an outfit whenever the fuck I want, but like I get nothing out of that. Now, if I can afford to take my godkids to Six Flags when they couldn't necessarily have that experience, I get rewarding like a rewarding feeling from that because it's the same reason for the accomplishment, but it's like a direct effect on somebody else's life. So like that's why I feel like you probably have like a more rewarding career on the day to day.
So you're saying like the accomplishment is rewarding if you have like a personal connection, like with your god kids. Like there's a.
I always felt like in life, like the biggest goal was to directly affect as many people as you can positively. Like if I die tomorrow and I'm not holding my hat on like I was a really good salesman. I'm holding my hat on like I probably fucking my words or me being there probably changed 10, 15 people's lives. Nobody's gonna give a fuck if I made good money or not.
That makes sense.
Because how often do we talk about somebody that died and say, "But damn, they had a lot of money."
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
You don't hear that at a funeral. You don't never hear that at a funeral.
Man, that motherfucker was really getting it in his prime. Nobody gives it. Yo, that motherfucker was mad funny. He used to look. Now you might hear he used to look out or take care of people, but that's what he did with the money. Not that he had.
Yeah. What are we going to remember about Jeff Bezos? That he got us our packages mad quick?
I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. I mean, he changed the game as far as e-commerce.
Will we remember that? Will it like?
I think Jeff Bezos will be remembered as changing the fucking game as far as online shopping. And like he's a mad motivational story. Like that motherfucker started in a garage selling ebooks and completely flipped the game as far as e-commerce, for better or for worse. That's the American dream.
Yeah, we'll forever remember Steve Jobs. We got his phone in our hands.
Not only do we have his phone, we've got 7 movies about him.
Yeah.
Man, about Steve Jobs.
I got a fucking Apple card. Like, yeah.
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 He's fucking Steve Jobs. But we're not talking about his money.
No.
His impact on people.
Right. The impact. I think earlier on, a few moments ago in our conversation, we were talking about like the money versus the accomplishments and like kind of the different classes of people that get decided by education. I think it kind of ties into the Marxism thing that you were bringing up before the podcast about how, you know, that whole theory is about classes where you have the workers and then you have the capitalists who are the people that make money off of the workers. And the whole, from my understanding, the whole mission behind Marxism is to get rid of the classes to where I don't work to make you money. Like I get the money that I actually made. So if I'm making shoes all day, right, and I make 60 pairs, but you only are really paying me for about 10 of them, and you're keeping the rest, it would want to get rid of that and say, no, well, you can't have your shoes without me, so I need to be making just as much.
The crazy shit about what you're saying, I used to work in a tire warehouse, and we had a warehouse full of Michelin tires and shit. So I would unload these shits off of 18 wheelers. Mind you, it might be like it's literal thousands of tires on here that I'm taking off with my hands. I remember just calculating a pallet one day of it was 25 tires on this pallet. That pallet was worth $9,000, and that's just one pallet, and it might be 22 pallets on that truck. And I'm like, what the fuck? That day, I think it was just like, oh, this what capitalism is.
There's a lot of money out here.
This pallet worth $9,000, but my check at the end of the week is $500. Something ain't right.
Yeah. You weren't getting paid what your labor was actually worth.
That shit was insane to me when I did the math. And I think I was like 21 at the time. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And it just made me think like these business owners is getting hand over fist. Like this is why they're billionaires in the world. Because you were unloading a $9,000 pallet for $15. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. I mean, I doubt we'll ever get to that point where you getting a percentage of what you're really worth. But
Fuck no.
Do you think that you should have got paid more?
Man, hell yeah. I mean, man, I could go on and on about that, but I mean, it's still crazy to me that McDonald's can have a sign that says billion served, but you can't give employees $25. You got billion served, but you can't give somebody $25. Y'all
now all of a sudden McDonald's has the money to pay $15 an hour because there's a work shortage.
Right.
So the person that has the idea doesn't inherently deserve more money, is what we're saying. Because you have to.
They might deserve more money. They might deserve more money. They don't deserve all the money.
Yeah, not all of it.
They don't deserve all the money at all. If I come up with a fucking idea, I deserve the majority of the money for sure, but I don't deserve all of it.
I think that's what we are right now. They get the majority of the money.
Yeah, but they get like 90% of the money.
Okay. What would be a fair share?
50 maybe?
Yeah.
45, 40? If I come out with a cool ass concept like Amazon, I do want the majority of the money. Don't get it fucked up.
Right.
I want the majority of the money. But also, like, if I can afford to lose, if I'm bringing in 10 billion or fucking 100 billion a year, I should probably cut that down to 75, 60.
Yeah, you can afford to break some of that off.
Yeah.
You can literally afford to break some of that off.
Yeah.
Okay. What would all of our mutual friend that you were kind of having this conversation about, what would their response be to that? I'm trying to think of the other side.
He'd be on board.
Yeah.
I think that right side of it thinks that socialism creates a society that doesn't reward being an individual or being a creative and like lacks the opportunity to really do your own thing. I think most people think it like socialism is kind of like on the aspect of like everybody gets appointed a job and everybody makes the same amount of money, and then it kind of takes away the creative drive or the hustle that people get individually to make something of themselves. And I don't necessarily think that's the case.
Right, because wouldn't that be based off of the belief that we're motivated by money and not one another?
We are though. We are though, right?
I think we're motivated. I don't know. I mean, clearly people are motivated by money, but is it healthy?
I think 95% of the time you're motivated by your individual needs, and then like that fluke 5% to where like you see a car accident and you run to help somebody save or whatever. It's the only other time you'll see like motivated by like other people.
To play devil's advocate on the Steve or the Bezos situation, could he look at the situation like, I employ however many people,
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting however much money in these people's pockets. Without me, they wouldn't have jobs. Without me, they couldn't provide.
Yeah, but if I cut
Would he
costs
have a point there?
to an extent, but if I didn't cut that many costs by serving it direct to the person and grabbing my fleets directly, would there be more mom and pop shops that could give you an affordable wage to live at? So like, yeah, I'm giving mad people opportunity and jobs, but I'm also taking a lot of jobs away as well.
For sure.
The same shit with Walmart. Like, yeah, they might be one of the bigger employees in the country, but they also are probably one of the bigger individual shop owners, killers of the country as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people argument is the country was functioning without them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And people
And
are
I
getting
mean, that's when people say is what the great time of America was before these big corporations took over.
because
Good
you could
point.
get a job. You could get a job in middle America at a fucking like dry cleaner and have a living wage, or be a fucking vacuum repairman and have a living wage. To where now it's like, yeah, like you could go work at Walmart for $10 an hour and have to get a job at Denny's right afterwards or McDonald's and still be scraping to get your fucking unemployment welfare benefits. They're like, yeah, you created a lot of opportunity, but like, is it the right kind of opportunity? Who knows?
Right.
So we all feel like people should be limited in how much profit they can make off of their idea, and they need to be returning a certain amount of it to their work.
Like, I don't know if there should be a profit cap because like that sounds weird, but it's like just like the AOC says with their dress, tax the rich, incentivize being 100 times a billionaire.
I mean, that's profit cap in a sense.
Yeah, it is a cap, but it's just without saying it's a cap. But yeah, if you're grossing fucking 50 billion a year, yeah, make that a 75% tax rate once you get over fucking 25 billion, to where you're not cutting all these costs and trying to screw the little man so you can increase your profit to a crazy amount. Nobody needs to be that rich. And like, I know it's easier to say like when you're not that rich, but nobody needs to be getting fucking 10 billion a year profit and pay. Like, it's just you don't need it.
Yeah, it's literal money you can never spend. You can't even drop a. What could you buy for $1 billion? A country? Like, it's like 100 billion. What are you buying? It's not like you starting an army.
Countries for real.
Yeah, real shit.
Continent.
Real shit.
Trump tried to buy like Denmark or something when he was president.
That's insane.
I don't even remember when he was president.
Yeah.
Drop that shit out.
I thought that was pretty interesting when we were talking, Dyl, when you brought up that whole thing about, how we all each made our decisions. I kind of like that.
Thanks, man. Trying to get a little deep dive in this week. Been shying away from it lately. Random thought it? Do you have any?
We can do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Random thought. I was watching Charlamagne's new show on Comedy Central and shit.
Awful.
And they had went to. It's not bad.
Fucking awful.
No, it's not bad. They had went to the Deep South and shit, and they was messing with the people in the Deep South. Like, they went to this big Confederate store, blah blah blah. But I was wondering, it just took me, my mind racing and shit. It just took me to, who does the Ku Klux Klan beef with?
Black people.
What, are black people beefing back with them? Like,
I don't think so. Like, yeah, I guess. I don't think so.
Like, are they just like who are they going against? Because we're not thinking about them.
Yeah, like such a novelty thing now. Like, I don't know if it's like a real thing or not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all getting dressed up, but Are y'all really like? My thing is just what's going on? That's my random thought. Like, what is going on? Who are y'all trying to target? Are y'all even a thing? Like, is this just a boys' club or a club of racists?
Like a
And y'all
social
just plot on things that y'all want to happen that's not gonna happen? It's just like I don't know. Just what is the end game with the clan? Random.
I think the clan's pussy too, as well.
It's just what's the end game?
Like they're not even trying to like start rumbles in the streets anymore.
That's
It's
what I'm
like, yeah,
saying. Black people ain't going nowhere. Sorry, not
like,
sorry. We
like,
here.
rough that a little bit if you're gonna be around. Like, fuck.
I'm not about to run towards the clan, but it's just like, all right, y'all exist, but
What are they talking about in clan meetings
that's what
now?
I'm saying. What's the
They're
discussion?
doing.
Like, what is the discussion? Oh, we're gonna get one this week. It's like, dog, like, what's the real? What is the goal here?
That's
Like
why.
whose daughter is dating who?
Yeah. Ah, man, she's fucking with the guy, man. Like, what is the issue? Like, anyway, random. That was my random thought.
That's funny.
Random thought this week and super random, but I don't know if we'll ever get back to like peak TV of when there was Attitude Era WWF and NWO WCW. And those were good times, man. Like, do you remember like when the wrestlers had like Degeneration X, and like then like the girls would come out with like the skimpy outfits, and the announcer would be like, "Puppies, puppies," and like that was like regular TV, like just yelling at this girl's tits that they're puppies. And, like
Yeah.
there's blood everywhere. There's like vampires splitting out blood, and like Undertaker's kidnapping Vince McMahon's like daughter and hanging her from a cross, and like
Yeah.
WO spray painting people's backs, and like mad cool shit back then.
Good
Dr.
times.
9 going crazy.
Good times.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's just fucking middle finger and chugging a beer, dog. Like,
Right.
The
Right.
Rock talking about like Poo-Tang. Like, come on, dog.
I'm gonna say, give me a hell yeah, whole crowd. Man,
Hell yeah, brother.
Thick on them beers. Oh man, that was good.
Come on. Degeneration Sex is doing the suck it, John.
Literally
Come on.
has suck it tees
Yeah,
on cable TV.
we'll never get back to that level. They have brown panty matches. Come
Oh
on,
my
dog.
gosh,
Come the fuck on.
the
dog.
titties used to come out on pay per
Yeah,
view.
the titties used to
I
come out.
might have seen my first pair of
Oh,
implants on pay per view.
Mike, I definitely saw that.
Facts.
That motherfucking Jerry the King Lawler. Puppies! Yeah,
Come
dog.
on, man.
Come
Great
on.
times.
Hardcore match. Mankind was jumping through thumbtacks. There's blood everywhere. Come on, dog. Never get back to that level of television.
We won't.
Ever in our
You wish that we would?
Fuck yeah, dog. If they bring that level of wrestling back, sign me up. I'm watching that shit every week.
That's
I
a
mean,
fact.
fuck that.
They had great storylines.
Yeah, they had some real good different.
Yeah, great storylines. dog.
Godfather would come out and he'd go, "Ho train," and then
Like,
mad.
Yeah, little holes and shit. Yo,
They had a motherfucker named Prince Albert. I didn't even know what a Prince Albert was. He had mad tattoos.
yo, yeah, that's peak TV.
That motherfucker was trained.
Late 90s peak TV, man.
Who's the Val Venus come out?
Right, Val Venus come out, they go crazy.
East John start going nuts.
Yo, yeah, man.
Come on, dog.
Dude's name was really Billy Badass. Like,
Yeah, Billy Badass, Mr.
motherfucker
Ass.
pants said Mr. Ass. Like, what the
You don't
fuck?
know, you better fucking call somebody, dog.
Right,
Like, the fuck you mean, dog?
good fucking times.
That motherfucker, The Rock.
I had the toy. The toy said Mr. Ass on it.
The Rock be coming out and serving people a slice of fucking poontang pie, dog.
Right.
What, bro? We'll never
never
get to that level of television, dog.
Never. That was a great era.
Are
Great
you
era.
kidding me, dog? What the fuck?
And the funniest part was our parents just let us watch the shit.
Let us
And it
watch.
wasn't an issue.
Let us watch it, dog. Oh my god, good times, dog. Oof. Yeah, we'll never get back to that. So random thought, I missed that. Man. We grew up at the right time. That shit would have been canceled.
That's a fact.
Easy.
Yeah. I wish I could have related to those.
That clock wasn't
those
allowed to
funny.
watch it at all.
You didn't watch wrestling?
Nah, not really.
If not,
Yeah. How old was this? What age group was this?
That's
This
like
is
1998. Like 1998 to probably 2002.
Yeah, no way in hell I was allowed to watch that at 7.
I was watching that shit young.
Yeah, my mom was ordering the pay-per-view, so 100%. They would have the bra and panty matches. I was going crazy. Yeah, I used to love that shit, dog. Hardy Boys versus fucking Edge and Christian.
Oh, dog. My favorite wrestler was a cokehead. Didn't even know it till I was a grown man.
Which one?
Ric
Jeff.
Flair? Oh.
Who?
Jeff.
Oh, Jeff, yeah. Jeff
Yeah.
Emmett. Jeff Emmett.
Never knew. I mean, he was doing some crazy shit, so now it makes sense as an adult. But
Tom Bomb, dog.
yeah. Right, right. That motherfucker just go like this.
Giving it away.
Those are the good fucking days, dog. Oh my god. Classic, dog.
Word.
Good times.
My random thought is I was wondering like what style of clothing or just era will I stop progressing, or will we our age group kind of stop adopting?
I'm there right now, bro.
How you're dressing right now is probably how you'll dress for the rest of your life.
I said that like probably I was talking to John about this like probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and I said, dog, at this age, whatever we like, we like. Because like if that baggy shit comes back into like where it looks like it might, I'm not going back to that.
It looks like it's coming back in.
Yeah, I'm not going back to that.
I can't go back to wearing baggy jeans.
I'm not going back to baggy. I'm not wearing baggy jeans. I can't even wear like classic fit jeans. I'm not going back to it.
Nah.
If it's not slim and fitting, I'm not like if my clothing doesn't fit like fucking like a suit's supposed to fit, I'm not wearing it. I'm too old for that shit. Whatever.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
I definitely feel like we're in an era where everybody accepts everybody for like, okay, that's just how they dress. That's how they dress. Like it's not. I don't even think it's like a guideline anymore, because it's still people wearing whatever from 2013. I think it's just like you might still see an old head all the way polo down. Like
Yeah,
that was
I'm
like
sure,
peak
like-
era.
I'm sure there's like kids in high school that would like look at our lays and be like, "Fuck out of here."
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Like I'm for sure. Like yeah. So like yeah, I'm sure that shit's like still trendy and different, but I'm not going to that shit.
And the wild shit is, I don't even know what kids in school wear now. Like,
Not a clue. Not a
I
clue.
wouldn't know what's like hot to wear or none of that shit.
Not a clue. I just wait to like see what the rappers wear, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's probably in now.
Right.
Like, I guess that must be like a cool thing now that they're
They
wearing.
used to be the ones who guided shit, but I don't even know who you would look at, because I mean, for the most part, most of them dress different now. Well, maybe not the big rappers, but like, is there kids that want to dress like Drake? The kids want to dress like Lil Baby?
I'm just thinking they probably dress like Baby in it.
Probably. But
Yeah.
it's like, damn, you asking your mom for the damn. You need all the designer and shit.
That's what's crazy, bro. Like that's what's, yeah, the prom outfits now in
Insane.
comparison to like when we were in high school,
Insane.
them like I don't know where the fuck the parents is getting the money, bro.
Yeah.
Insane.
Motherfucker, you was happy if you could like borrow a family friend car to go to prom, like a nice like Chrysler 300. You was excited about, like pumped up about. Now, come on, dog. These motherfuckers are pulling up in fucking Benzes with fucking the craziest belts and sneaks, fucking $4,000. I don't know. These motherfuckers got money now. I don't know where that shit coming from.
Yeah,
Right.
once I seen a Rolls Royce at a prom, I was like, oh yeah, they got that.
Yeah,
They got that.
I've had it. My kid's gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Right,
They're gonna pull up the prom on a Lime scooter.
right. Fuck around, be flying by then though.
Yeah.
Imagine 18 years, our kids fucking flying around and shit. What the
A
fuck
little
is going
jetpack
on?
and shit. Mad at us. We
All right,
can't
I see you.
shoot jetpack.
Don't fly away from me. On some bullshit.
Get the shit out of my kid. He fly away from
Right.
me. Get back here now.
You chasing them and shit.
All this shit in the jetpack.
Right. Like you work this shit.
I'm coughing and shit. Get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
Do y'all still have those ball shorts that you've had for like ever?
Yeah, I got all my shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ever put them on in the house? Them shit's
Yeah.
so stupid.
What I know what's funny is I stopped wearing them in the crib because I was just like, I'm not. Why am I even wearing this shit? This shit touching my fucking shin. Like, what is going on?
But if you ever go do something where you like either just got to run outside real quick to the mailbox or like got to paint, like when I'm painting, I put them on and the shit looks ridiculous.
Insane.
I don't know how we could dribble in those fits, bro.
How are we dribbling between our legs?
We literally asked for the biggest shorts. Like, yo, I need the biggest Jones. And you wasn't
I was
mad.
I was thinking about that shit too. Like, yo, the style was so baggy back then. Like, yo, I've been the same pant size like since I was like 16. Like, I've always had 34, and I think it's crazy like how 34 can slim fit now, but a classic fit 34. Like, it's not like you were going to the store and like ordering the baggy fit. Like, that's just how they fit. You get a 34 would be down to your fucking like you'd have like eight fucking sag Johns by the bottom of your foot because they were so fucking bad.
Were Dickies hot up there?
Come on, bro. That's where they
Dickies
came
shorts
from.
right
here.
Come on, bro. That's shit.
When the Dickies that were like almost touching your high socks on the Air Forces, like those shits were so long.
High socks? Them shits was touching the Air Forces.
Did y'all go through the Capri era down there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What
the fuck was that?
What was that?
Yeah, I forgot you probably had you probably see through Air Forces and all that shit. Y'all had the SpongeBob Air ones down there and shit. Down south. Down south was wild.
That was
wild.
We always doing that shit in like 2009.
Like, neon colors and everything.
When they start wearing like skinny shit down there.
Honestly, and this isn't me saying this as a brag, but like I was wearing the skinny shit in college, and people were making fun of me for wearing. I got a picture that was on Facebook for a long time wearing skinny jeans, and people hated on that shit. I can't hear you.
Huh? No, I was thinking in my head. Yeah.
Oh. I think it was like college era.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think when you first got down there, the skinny shit wasn't that popular.
We were still doing classic fit like my senior year. Like we were all on polo and shit, but it was still like our shit wasn't like form fitting. Like it wasn't slim at all.
Right.
You don't think so?
No, I would look at the pictures now, bro. No, they weren't. That shit wasn't slim. I still got some polo jeans in my closet. Them shit's not slim at all.
Nah, but like when we would get like a Hollister jean or them shits was a little.
Nope. Unless they were skinny, nope. Or still got all that shit. I still got
they
the
literally did have to stay skinny though. They did have to stay skinny.
Nope.
That's a fact.
Not at all, bro.
What did y'all think of Russell Westbrook's outfit the other day? Yeah.
Oh, when he wore the dress?
Yeah.
Russ always dressed like that, bro. Honestly, bro, like we're saying now, we're at that age that you whatever you feel fly and have at it, bro. I don't give a fuck. That's not something I would wear. I'm not that fashion forward.
I always wonder if do people actually like that, or are you trying to catch a wave and kind of be one step ahead? And maybe that's what you like, is being one step ahead.
I feel like some people put an outfit on and they go in the mirror and go like, yeah, this shit different. Like this shit crazy. Like motherfuckers, and then probably motherfuckers can't wear this shit like me. Like you're more power to you. That's just not where I'm at.
Yeah, I think Russ for sure definitely just into fashion. Like he probably know who designed it, what the inspiration was, what it means to the artist, what the artist means to the culture. It's probably deeper meaning.
And even even on a regular scale, like certain shit we'll wear, some people would feel like they could.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Mexico with a little fucking exotic shirt on. My man's like, man, I really wish I could wear shit like that. I'm like, yeah, you can. It's a shirt. Put it on, dog. The fuck you mean? Just put it on. Or I was getting a cut at CJ Barbershop the other day, and one of the boys was like, man, I always wanted to wear joggers, but I can't pull. I'm like, it's joggers, bro. It's like, that's probably how Russ feels. Like, yo, you're just a fucking
right. Now we could take it this like a serious route and say, we shouldn't care about Russ doing it because, girls will dress like dudes for Halloween all the time and it's no fucking big deal. But when guys do it, it's a big problem. But from a joking perspective, I'm wondering what it would take for y'all to feel like I'm gonna wear that dress Russ had on, rock it out when y'all hang out next time.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a
Would you dress up as a Jon for Halloween? I never played like that. I just didn't play like that. Never played like
I haven't either, and I've kind of hated on it. But then you look at it, and it's like, why is that really so weird?
because I'm
People have
not
done that,
Yeah.
huh?
like I'm just big on like whatever I'm comfortable with. I'm not comfortable doing that shit. I had
What
a
is
big
that? Why is that?
I had the ego for real. I remember I had an internship with the Blue Rocks, and they got this joint called Mr. Celery. And I was on a marketing internship, and they was like, "Yeah, you got to be Mr. Celery," and I spazzed at that shit. I said, "I'm not putting a celery costume on and dancing around. What the fuck y'all think I'm a clown or something?" And that was my interpretation of like that. Like, yo, you think I'm a clown? Like, I'm gonna put this shit on and dance out that bitch? That I look funny to you? Like, is this shit a joke to you, dog? It's my life. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? And everybody else was there, like, UD, like, what? And they were all like, dude, what the fuck? Like, we all do it. But like, that shit had like it offended me to the core. Like, I was really upset about it. Like, but like, yeah, some people just look at it like, yo, you get a reaction out of it, and that's cool. But like, if I'm not comfortable with it, I'm not doing it.
What part of you did that offend?
The part of saying like, yo, I'm not. There's nothing funny over here, dog. That's just not a joke. Like, I'm not about to go out there and wear a goofy outfit so people can fucking laugh at me.
You are a funny person, though.
Yeah, but I'm not a clown, dog. There's a difference. My jokes is funny, but don't laugh at the individual. You feel me? But
Yeah, I think that differentiation is interesting.
But that was also a different time because now I'm a big adamant of like, yo, don't be too cool to make yourself look like an idiot sometimes. I'm all the way on that now. But at like 22, 23, I was like,
So if I showed up wearing that outfit Russell Westbrook had on when we do the live pod, you guys would just be like, "Hey, Jake's cool with it. That's fine."
we probably
Yeah.
laugh at you like, yeah, fuck you wearing, boy, you fat ass boy. Just look at this guy shit.
So you're not so into the acceptance.
Like
thing.
we will probably geek at you for trying to be trendy more than anything.
I think that's another thing. Russ stand on it. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm fly. Fuck what you talking about. If we sense a bit of insecurity in what you wearing while you wearing it,
Yeah.
oh, you gonna catch the jokes. You gonna
We do that shit.
Going commando in the dress.
If you wear some dumbass sneaks, like if I put up to John House with like some flame checkered Vans on right now, they'd probably getting me. It's just that's like,
yeah.
like that's what it is.
What is them?
Yeah, what you doing, bro?
Like the Airwalk special one? What you doing?
What is you doing? That's just like that is what it is.
I feel that.
But if you try and tell us something,
You would be accepting, right?
yeah.
You wouldn't have anything to say, but congrats.
Like if you're gonna come in fucking M's dress next week, like you got it. Got to
Yeah,
wait.
only one out of the three of us here have ever cross-dressed in my wife's clothes. Stepped right into that one.
You was quick with it. You was quick.
He definitely was. He set you up with that.
Whatever, dog. Wear nice blouse, whatever.
You said fuck the Migos.
Whatever, dog. I don't give. I can rebel. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I like to fucking make people laugh.
No, that moment was a highlight for sure.
I wasn't trying to make anybody laugh. I just liked how it looked.
You were kind of serious.
I was Little Nas X.
Have a good time, man.
All right, let's do this. Songs of the week.
Let's do it.
Fuck.
Did we coin a new order? Is that what's going on?
Wait, who goes first? I didn't hear you. I broke up.
That's always first, dog.
I'll go first. I'm gonna play Biggie, top 5. We gonna play. We're gonna play Kick in the Door off Life After Death.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you, and you, and you, Ricky, you. goes out to you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapadon. Get in that ass, kick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon. Gotta fuck up. You gotta call me Francis. MH, white intake like toast, so iron, was told in shootout, stay low and keep firing, keep extra clips for extra shit, who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap, the most shady, I'm Frankie baby, ain't no telling where I may see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something, you should know my stilo, went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show, to all G's with O's I never seen before, so, Jesus, get off the notorious, clean us before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. I make it hot like a kettle kit. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit. I got more rides, the great adventure. Biggie, you gotta do it. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4.
That's Biggie kicking the door of Life After Death. Definitely one of my favorite albums.
Great pick.
Nice pick, man.
Who's next?
You.
Me. So I go to share and then what?
Share screen.
And then just do share system audio.
I believe so, yes. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go the track I mentioned, the other day. It's not going to sound too great on here. It's the Boyfriend track by Ray J. It's a funny track to me. Is it playing?
I don't hear anything. Got you, bro.
There we go.
Yeah, crew with me. We'll take you on a mission. It was crazy. I'll talk to you about some deep shit. I met you, girl. I text you, girl. I sext you, girl. And she loved it. We share affection, special connection. And no matter how you feel, she's gonna do what she will. She said she needs you, she'll never leave you. You can sleep better now that you know it. And I'm not here to take your position. She just needs to be rubbed a little different. Is that your wife? Is that your shorty? Special wife? I'm her boyfriend. Is that your wife? Is that your shorty? Special wife? I'm her boyfriend. Because cry for me. You don't beat it right. Making love is cool. Just pull her hair sometimes. She wants to feel like a lover, not a touch from a brother. She wanna wake up body aching, not fall asleep frustrated. She says she loves it all. It's just something sexy about me. Don't hold her hate her soul. What you expect from shouty? Remember
that was Ray J Boyfriend.
The craziest part about that is somebody in the studio told him that shit not.
Yeah, somebody told him, yeah, that shit is.
Yo, that shit is hilarious.
Yo, it was like, yo, that's the one, bro. That's the one.
Yeah, you going crazy on that one, bro.
You know who he was talking about?
Who?
Whitney Houston
Oh, that's wild.
to Bobby Brown.
Jesus.
You think he played that for Brandy? And she was like, yeah, that's gonna connect with
Brandy don't want my fucking Martha, bro.
Bro, I fucking love that song. He's talking that shit.
All right, I'm going.
Just know she's safe with me.
That is insane. He put that out.
I'm going from my wedding last weekend. CJ's little brother made a first dance song for him. That's what I'm playing.
When I wake up in the morning, first thing I want is to see your face. In your eyes, I see no lies, baby. You look perfect when you're yawning. No single soul could take your place. No disguise and no goodbyes, baby. Your lips feel like home to me. There's no other place I'd rather be.
Beautiful song.
Yeah, that's dope. We did that for us, bro.
All right, boys. Episode what? Like 47?
Yeah, we getting up there.
Getting up there, man. Good pod.